have a dream that all men loved each other, and that one day we're kind to one another, and we all...
Greetings, friends. I am Jim Blake, and I serve as the CEO of Unity World Headquarters at Unity Village. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you to an MLK Celebration of Love, honoring the late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his legacy of love and social justice. During Dr. King's lifetime, Unity was not yet actively involved with the civil rights struggle. However, his message of equality and justice lives at the core of Unity teachings and is alive today in the hearts of all of our Unity leaders. Here at headquarters, we are striving every day to model greater diversity and inclusion. We are aware as a Unity community that what we do to further the work of spiritual growth through conscious, deliberate attention to equality can make an indelible impact on the world in which we live. So I welcome you and I thank you for joining this event today, where we celebrate the life and inspiring work of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose light continues to guide the way toward a more just world. A special thank you to the team of very committed Black Unity leaders who planned and organized this event so that we may all develop a deeper understanding of the power of love and the importance of the ongoing work of diversity, equity, and inclusion, now and for the future. Peace and blessings to each of you.
Hi, I'm Reverend Sandra Campbell, Associate Minister at Unity Temple on the Plaza in Kansas City, Missouri. I also have the privilege of serving as Executive Director of Unity Urban Ministerial School and on the Board of Directors of Unity World Headquarters. I am one of the ministers who had the honor of helping to create this Martin Luther King Day celebration of love. Today, you will meet ministers and others from around the country who were inspired to join in this celebration. Together, we will share messages, music, memories, and stories that reinforce the lessons taught by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you for joining and for sharing your energy as part of this online event. We will now hear from Reverend Gregory Geis, Senior Minister at Detroit Unity Temple in Detroit, Michigan.
Martin Luther King Jr. was an American Christian minister and one of the most inspiring and influential activists during the time of civil rights movements in America. Dr. King is best known for advancing civil rights through nonviolence and civil disobedience, inspired by his Christian beliefs and the nonviolence activism of Mahatma Gandhi. His message of love is in accord with our unity and New Thought teachings. We want to say thank you to Dr. King because not only did he inspire me, but he inspired many of us in our Unity churches to carry that movement into our communities. Right here at Detroit Unity Temple, we strongly believe that we have to be a part of our community and go forward to truly make love an inspiration for our children and our community. So we say thank you to Dr. King and other activists such as him. So truly, our movement is blessed by all that he did for each of us. God bless you, Dr. King. Rest in peace.
Let us pray. Let's just take a moment to breathe in and breathe out, consciously, deliberately, and allow every breath to relax us into this moment. As we center into the peace of our heart, may we know peace. As we breathe in love, may it fill every cell of our being and radiate out from us as a vibration of love to all those with whom we come into contact. May we feel the connection of peace and love that reignites, establishes equality, equity, justice, equilibrium, and a recognition of our oneness. Let love erode from my mind and my consciousness, my beliefs and silent behavior patterns, any idea of separation, otherness, superiority. May I know through love my oneness, my interdependence on all beings, the beauty and harmony with which we have all been created, and our right to be here, to fully express our soul's purpose and soul's calling. We say yes to this global assignment of which we are all part, for which we have all signed up, which is why we are here now. We are grateful, as I release this word on our behalf, for this opportunity to come together as emissaries of peace, ambassadors of love, and champions of oneness. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. Namaste.
Thank you, Reverend Paulette Pipe, for that beautiful prayer. It certainly helps to set the tone of our celebration of love today, honoring Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I'm Charlene Manuel. I'm a Unity minister, author, board consultant, and on the faculty of Unity Urban Ministerial School. And just like my friend and colleague, Reverend Sandra Campbell, I also serve on the board of directors of Unity World Headquarters. We are grateful to celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King's life and teaching, his example today with you. So welcome, and I pray that you enjoy all that you experience today. And right now, we have a special treat for you. You have the opportunity to enjoy the rhythm and the sound and the beat of wonderful music presented by Bird Fleming, who is the founder of the Traditional Music Society in Kansas City, Missouri. You may find yourself wanting to dance or tap your feet, but I know you will enjoy Bird Fleming.
Thank you, Bird. That was truly inspiring and uplifting. I found myself dancing around the room to every beat, just like Reverend Charlene said, like nobody was watching. And now Reverend Charlene will share two stories that Dr. King often told about Mother Pollard, a woman in his community whose wisdom still guides us today.
In his book, A Strength to Love, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. tells two stories about an elderly Black woman that the community affectionately referred to as Mother Pollard. He describes her as a poverty-stricken, uneducated woman, but who was also amazingly intelligent. He said she had a deep understanding of the meaning of the movement at that time. Dr. King tells the story. He says, in his words, one dreary night in 1956. He said it was a week where he had, within that week, been arrested, received several death threats, and he wasn't feeling the normal strength and courage and energy and power that he normally felt when he spoke in front of a group. But he was called to speak, and he did speak in the church. And when he completed his speech and came off of the platform, Mother Pollard came to the front of the church. And of course, he hugged her. And then she looked at him and said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "Oh, keeping up the trying to be strong." He said, I'm fine." She says, "No, you weren't your strong self. You didn't speak as strong as you normally do." And King continued to just say to her, "No, I'm okay. I'm okay." And then he said that with her insightful discerning, she would not accept that he was okay. So she said to him, "I have told you that we are with you. You're not alone in this. We are with you." And then she said, "We are with you, but even if we ain't, God's going to take care of you." Well, King tells the story that it was days and weeks and months that those very words comforted him in some extremely difficult times, to just remember Mother Pollard's words, "God is going to take care of you." He tells another story. He said Mother Pollard was one of the most dedicated participants in the bus protests that was being held in the 1955, 1956, the bus boycott that lasted nearly 18 months in Montgomery, Alabama. Mother Pollard was one of the most dedicated participants, he said, where people, Black people, as well as supporters, many whites, also simply did not take the bus. They walked everywhere. So after many weeks of the protests, someone saw Mother Pollard walking along and stopped to offer her a ride in their car, and she refused. And the person then said, "Well, aren't you tired?" And as King describes, he says in ungrammatical profundity, Mother Pollard responded, "My feet is tired, but my soul is rested."
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on to freedom land.
Ain't gonna let no hatred turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let no hatred turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on to freedom land.
Ain't gonna let racism turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let racism turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land.
Ain't gonna let injustice turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let injustice turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on to freedom land.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on to freedom land.
With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, "My country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true." The individuals giving themselves to negative ends have used time much more effectively than the people committed to positive ends. And it may well be that we will have to repent in this generation, not merely for the vitriolic words and the violent actions of the bad people who will bomb a church in Birmingham, Alabama, but for the appalling silence and indifference of the good people who sit around saying, "Wait on time." No, not next year, not 50 years from now. Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Now is the time to cure the cancer of racial segregation. Now is the time to get rid of the slums and ghettos of Chicago. Now is the time to make justice a reality all over this nation. Now is the time. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. So let freedom ring. assembled from every state and every city. We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., our goal is to create a beloved community, and this requires a qualitative change in our souls, as well as a quantitative change in our lives.
In the end, we will remember not the words of enemies, but the silence of our friends.
When I speak of love, I am speaking of that force which all the great religions have seen as the supreme unifying principle of life. Love is the key that unlocks the door which leads to ultimate reality.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly.
Injustice anywhere is a threat everywhere.
I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear.
Every genuine expression of love grows out of a consistent and total surrender to God.
And faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase.
In the end, we will remember not the words of enemies, but the silence of our friends.
We must learn to live together as
brothers and sisters, or perish together as fools.
Peace is not merely just a distant goal we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal.
With this faith, we can transform bleak and desolate valleys into sunlit paths of joy and bring new light into the dark caverns of pessimism.
Nonviolent means avoiding not only external physical violence, but also internal violence of spirit. You not only refuse to shoot a man, but you refuse to hate him.
The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy.
Our hope for creative living in this world house that we have inherited lies in our ability to re-establish the moral ends of our lives in personal character and social justice.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
We are joined now by Reverend Anyanwu Cox to lead us in an ancient African ritual of pouring libation and Sawubona.
Greetings, beloved community. We have chosen to not only honor Dr. Martin Luther King, but also his contemporaries who served in the civil rights movement. In lieu of the libation, we will use the Sawubona, which is a greeting from the Zulu language of South Africa. What I need you to do after each speaker is to respond with the greeting, the meaning that goes with the word Sawubona. Sawubona simply means I see you. I see you. We see you. We see who you are. We see that you are a person of worth. We see that you are a person of value and of importance to our community. I see you. So as the speakers begin, simply after they complete their statement, let us say collectively, we see you.
Hello, I am Adu Diop, and I stand on the shoulders of Martin Luther King Jr.
We see you.
I am Destiny Thomas. I stand on the shoulders of Ruby Bridges.
We see you.
I am Alexandria Stubblefield, and I stand on the shoulders of Rosa Parks.
We see you.
I am Timothy Stubblefield. I stand on the shoulders of Ralph Abernathy.
We see you.
I'm Caleb Diop. I stand on the shoulders of Andrew Young.
We see you.
I am Adam Taylor, and I stand on the shoulders of John Lewis.
We see you.
My name is Reese, and I stand on the shoulders of Medgar Evers.
We see you.
I am Logan Graves, and I stand on the shoulders of Garland Taylor.
We see you.
Hi, I am Desiree Ham, and I stand on the shoulders of Coretta Scott King.
We see you.
Hi, my name is Jalen Middleton, and I stand on the shoulders of Ruby Malsels.
We see you.
My name is Alondra Campbell, and I stand on the shoulders of Fannie Lou Hamer.
We see you.
My name is Alexis Campbell, and I stand on your shoulders.
We see you.
I'm Ayana Redwood, and I'm standing on your shoulders.
We see you.
My name is Roma. I stand on your shoulder.
We see you. Let us open our hearts and minds as we listen to the amazing voice of Miss Mariel Epps singing How Great Thou Art.
Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the world thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. When through the woods and forest glades I wander and hear the birds sing sweetly in the trees, then I look down from mountains, mighty mountain grandeur, and see the brook and feel the gentle breeze. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou great thou art.
We called this day a celebration of love, and no event honoring Dr. King would be complete without sharing some of our favorite quotes about love.
The more we talk about love, the stronger it grows in the consciousness. If we persist in thinking loving thoughts and speaking loving words, we are sure to bring into our experience the feeling of that great love that is beyond description, the very love of God.
There is an indescribable link that holds all of us together with an intangible bond of consciousness, awareness, or stream of mental life. The good that we think and do stirs the waters ever so slightly and makes some small change in the world, whether we realize it or not.
There's no separation in God's universe. What hurts one hurts all. What helps one helps all.
Love is by far the most important thing of all. It is the golden gate of paradise. Pray for the understanding of love and meditate on it daily.
It casts out fear. It is the fulfilling of the law. It covers a multitude of sins. Love is absolutely invincible. There is no difficulty that enough love will not conquer, no disease that enough love will not heal,
no door that enough love will not open, and no gulf that enough love will not bridge. No wall that enough love will not throw down, no sin that enough love will not redeem. It makes no difference how deeply seated may be the trouble, how hopeless the outlook, how muddled the tangle.
How great the mistake. A sufficient realization of love will dissolve it all. If you could love enough, you would be the happiest and the most powerful person in the world.
We cannot say enough about Dr. King and the legacy of love that he left us with. Another thing we should mention is his love of music, jazz, bebop, classical, contemporary, and of course gospel. Now Daniel Nahmad and Nemo Patel will gift us with a special song, We Shall Overcome, Love Will Rise Again, honoring Dr. King and others who continue to carry out his legacy in spreading the gospel of love.
It's burning inside, the hurting and the suffering. Minds creating anger, fear and pain, suffocating our times. The tougher it gets, the rougher social media cries. But we see to it that we tweeting only negative lines. We're sick and tired of history, but repeating it twice. Greed, anger and violence, clearly stealing our nights. Feeling it tight between the shoulders with a chill in the spine. Pinching myself, waking up, trying to stop the rewind and move forward towards stories, overcoming our fears. Choosing love over hate, praying, trading hugs over tears. There's only one choice, breaking down the walls and repair every broken heart on this planet till there's no longer fear.
Walls can't hold us in. Fear can't keep us down. Love will rise again. Yeah, it's rising right now. We shall overcome.
Every time I think it's gonna take much longer,
we shall overcome.
every time I question, am I getting stronger?
We have just begun.
Gonna make a change, we gotta push much farther.
We shall overcome.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall
shall overcome.
Young Gandhi couldn't fathom how to deal with himself when he was thrown off the train and the pain that he felt. Mrs. Parks disrespected, dragged into jail because of the color of her skin, organs, tissues, and cells. One day, a young girl was shot on a bus by a man, a terrorist, part of the Taliban. He said, on this land, you have no right to stand for what you believe in. Girls have no chance here. Well, now, that's just the story of three souls who shook our planet after being down on their knees. And it's not gonna stop. Those seeds have now become trees, and as human beings, we'll keep on digging till we find peace.
Yeah, the cynics always say that nothing ever changes. The human nature's bound to stay the same. But it couldn't be more plain that violence never pays, injustice never stays. It's bound to fade away. What if history awaits? What if today's the day? So let's all lead the way. We shall overcome.
Every time I think it's gonna take much longer.
We shall overcome.
Every time I question, am I getting stronger?
We have just begun.
Gonna make a change, we gotta push much farther.
We shall overcome.
We shall overcome. Come on.
Longer. We shall overcome.
Every time I question, am I getting stronger?
We shall overcome.
Make a change, we gotta push much farther.
Someday.
'Cause I'm feeling it deep in my heart.
Deep in my heart.
I do believe.
I do believe.
I do believe.
We shall
put your hearts together. Here we go. Woo! I knew it. God had a plan for us to do it. To hit rock bottom before we rise and continue. To first learn greed before we learn to be human. To do wrong deeds before we learn to spread beauty. There's always a plan, and now it's time to take a stand for the right of the planet, every woman and man. We ain't gonna stop, only growing our demands for all beings to feel peace in every heart and land. Thank you, Lord, for the strength and the courage to bring us together and keep our souls nourished. These tough times will only drown in our chorus, cause we all believe that the truth is before us. We shall overcome this pain. We shall overcome this day. We pray for love to lead the way.
We shall overcome someday.
We pray for love to lead the way.
Wow, well, that's it. What a joyous presentation. We're grateful for Unity World Headquarters for sponsoring this celebration of the beloved community, honoring Dr. King. We're thankful for everyone who's participated in the planning and the implementation of this program. We're thankful. We're united in love. We believe love is rising again, and we live, move, and have our being in the harmonizing, unifying power of love. And we are grateful for the vision and leadership of Dr. King as we continue his dream and let freedom and justice ring. You know, we in Unity believe in the power of united prayer. And we give thanks for you that you're willing to hold that thought for justice, for freedom, for love. And we were in the place of seeing freedom and justice ringing from every hill, every city, every hamlet, as Dr. King said. So let's just be in a place of seeing that love all around you. So we're glad you were here with us to watch this program. And as we close, let's remember that the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever we are, love is. United in love, we believe love is rising again.
I have a dream that all men loved each other, and that one day we're kind to one another, and we all were rid of the past, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we're free at last. Lord, I have a dream. You see, I've been up to the mountain top. You ought to see what a place God's got for dreamers. And I looked over in the promised land. I'm unafraid, I see the master's plan for a dreamer. It's love.